Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept. So today, I called them once again. I tried calling the FBI once again. They never helped me out, ever. In fact, they talked to me like I'm shit. To be honest with you, the lady talked to me like I was a moron or something just because I didn't know the proper words I was trying to say, because at the time, I was in my emotions. And when I'm in my emotions, it's hard to really think and get a clear, concise word out or try to say something, the proper word, when you're emotionally charged by a situation. And I'm starting to understand a lot more what's going on. I mean, I've been understood, but I just need answers. I need to know why the FBI been indulging or investigating my family's life for so long, to the point where they put handlers in my family's life and around my family's life. You know, I have no idea why that's been going on. But the fact that I can't get any help from anybody proves to me that I'm on to something. You know what I mean? The fact that she keep trying to point me towards the police when this is not a police issue. The people that's been fucking with my family's life all this time, yeah, some of them are cops. But ultimately, it's an FBI issue because they come from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's the word investigation is right there in their fucking name. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Now, I've been shooting Federal Tort Claims Acts, right? I've been emailing them, I guess, I don't know. I'm trying to get the Federal Tort Claim Act to the right department or to the right person, Department of Justice or whomever I have to get it to about the Philadelphia office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, because they had people in my grandmother's life, fucking with her life, handling her life for a long time, manipulating her life for a long time, right? The product of that are my uncles. You know what I mean? Because if your parent is going through something, of course your child is going through something, right? Then that continues on. I know for a fact they indulged and investigated, was interfering with my Uncle Freddie's life for a long time, right? To the point where he passed away, right? Now, they was also doing the same thing to my mother when she was a younger lady, a younger woman with a young child, that young child being me. I'm my mom's only child. So they indulged, investigated, handled my mother's life for a long time while I was a child, affecting my life in many ways. And now they're doing the same thing to my life, affecting my children's life in many ways. And this is where the buck stops. It stops here. I'm done with the bullshit. You know what I mean? I really want to just get out of Philadelphia. It seems like all is designed not to let my family leave Philadelphia, not to let my kids and myself leave Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure they don't give a fuck about me at this point. I'm expendable, but it's the children they want to keep here in Philadelphia. I'm noticing that. I'm noticing things that's been said by my mother, by Alonzo Brown, not my grandfather. He's the motherfucker that's been handling my grandmother for all these years, and including my uncles and everything. These people, they do all types of things in your life to experiment on certain people, to test on certain people. I think it's because we have Native American bloodlines, but until, I don't even want to speculate on what it could be, because all they do is listen to this podcast that I give out, and they sit up there and they see where I'm at mentally or see where I'm at in my findings. Basically they piggyback information off of everything. I called there today. The lady not only talked to me like shit, but she also said, why would I put my information, my evidence or my investigation that I've been having, why would I put it online? Because you ain't helping me. You're not helping me at all. That's why I put all my information online. That's why I put all the evidence that shows that the Scanapico family and Alonzo Brown has been handling and has been handling my family for a long time, interfering with my family for a long time. And not to mention that, you know, the FBI and everybody, you know, all these different secret organizations and all that, right? They don't really have to pass information like we got to give out. Like, they don't got to send a text message or phone call. You know, a lot of stuff is done behind closed doors and in the realm of thought, I should say. And what they do is they sit up here and conspire and things. They'll conspire to make you seem like you're crazy. Or they'll conspire to, once you find out, then they want to trump you up on charges and get you locked up or in prison in some type of way. So this way you can't let people know what you found out or what you know or how you know this and that. And they don't want to give up any type of fucking answers. And I don't know why. We're in the age of information. I don't understand why a system couldn't investigate, actually harm and harass your life, you know, through generations and not have to answer any type of repercussions at all. You know, I sit up here making calls and everything like that. I couldn't believe when she said, why would I put it online? Because y'all not taking my information. Because I'm calling the same people. I'm calling this office as if the problem isn't this office. Does that make sense? Is that clear enough or concise enough of an answer? Because I know y'all going to go back and listen to a podcast or check out my social media feed and things like that. I'm calling the office as if the problem isn't this office. I'm calling the FBI as if they're not the ones doing all this investigation and all this conspiratorial shit to people's lives. I just want answers. And if I got the answers, pay me. Seriously, if I figured all of this shit out, pay me. Let me go. Let me just go live my life somewhere else in a different state, away from this state. They don't want to help you out at all because they know that I know it's them. That's why they're not helping out. And it's fucked up because they can actually pass the word around to other FBI headquarters to have them not help me out. You know, one of the Scanner Picos sent me a threat in the form of a text message, you know, and I put it up, I posted it up online and everything. You know, I called in to tell them about that, and they hung up on me. Oh, if you don't got no new information, click, and hung up on me. I've never been involved with this type of stuff. And then you call up there, they act like you're supposed to be some espionage expert. I'm not an espionage expert. I've never been a spy. I've never been involved in any type of legal, you know, law enforcement agency. I've never been trained on all this stuff. So I apologize if I don't know the proper terms and words to convey exactly what's going on with what exactly you're doing to me. Because that's what it is. She want me to explain clear and concise, because if I can't explain clear and concise, that keeps them in the clear. You know what I mean? As long as I can't formulate my sentence or say the right word with the right definition behind it, then I can't get no help, because it's mere hearsay or conjecture or my word against theirs. And I'm speaking to a lady. I mean, she talks so dirty to me. The guys, they talk dirty to you. You know, they act like they don't want to help you at all. And it's really, they don't. They sit in that fucking office and all they do is monitor this whole fucking city. That's what the FBI do. They sit up there and monitor this whole fucking city. This whole city is being monitored. How is that, you ask? Everybody paying bills. Paying bills to whom? Pico Energy, Philadelphia Gas Works, whoever your phone carrier service is, who you think they're connected to? The FBI. All of us sit up here all day on these social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, and all that stuff. Who you think all that stuff gets siphoned through? The FBI. I guarantee you that if they didn't want your social media post or anything going worldwide, it wouldn't go worldwide. It would stay right here and contained in Philadelphia. I do believe they have that type of technology. Why not? If I'm here in Philadelphia and I can't reach outside of Philadelphia, meaning I'm in some type of jar or bubble, then how is anybody else going to help me with my with this situation? where the FBI is personally indulging in my life. Now, my thing is this. I need answers. I can't move forward in my life because I got people in my life that was pretending to be like there was some mafia people. And then I seen certain Masonic emblems on cars and things like that. And they're attached to people in my community and things like that. So I know it's a bigger, broader issue. But the issue is not with me. The issue is with the groups that's having us tampered with, that's having us investigated, that's indulging in our life, that's handling our lives. That's what I have an issue with. That's who has to answer these questions. It's not right that I should have to just act like none of this shit ever happened, like it's just a fairy tale or some type of fantasy or phallus that I just came up with myself and continue on my life. Go out here and pump gas or go out here and continue to drive a bus or go out here and continue to do whatever it is they expect me to do or want me to do. So that way I can get right back in line like a fucking good monkey. That's what they want. They don't get to play with people on a genetic level, on a mental level, on a spiritual level, in this type of way. The FBI, the CIA, whomever, the government is not God. Period. Point blank, period. You know, they run around and they monitor all of this shit as if they're the all-seeing eye. But they're not. There's a higher power above what the fuck y'all doing to me and my family and what y'all been doing to us for generations and decades. And then don't feel no type of remorse. So that goes to show you that these people don't even have any humanity left in their bodies. They're soulless people. They're transhumans. Cyborgs, if you will. Anytime you don't have any care, compassion, or anything for lives that you fuck up generationally. My uncles, my mothers, mine, for generations. Through people that you implant in my grandmother's life and in my mother's life and in my life for so fucking long. You know, I do believe they had something to do with my brother killing himself. That's how deep this shit go. Anytime you can manipulate a person's thoughts through social media and the things that they feed themselves on a daily basis, right? We feed ourselves through this phone with media. We feed ourselves through this phone with media. You know, we feed ourselves physically with food and drinks and all that type of stuff. But they feed us with this media shit that we look at every day. It's a COINTELPRO operation. You could call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, a drug dealer, the maestro of Philadelphia, however you want to orchestrate Philadelphia, that's fine for you. But leave me and my family out of it and let us escape this motherfucker. Honor the Federal Tort Claims Act that I'm going to put against you. That's what you need. The message you need to take from this podcast is I have this Federal Tort Claims Act that I'm trying to put through so I could sue you, FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Philadelphia government, whoever the fuck you are. Honor that. That's what you need to honor. Respect the fact that I found all this out. Don't talk to me like shit or try to make me seem like I'm crazy because I found all this shit out. Honor the fact that I found all this shit out. And I beat you at your own fucking game. One of your agents text messaged me a threat. So how could you dare lock me up or bring any charges on me unless you want to just keep antagonizing me through the system? This is what they do. They have people antagonize you through the system. They have people at your children's school antagonize you. They have your grandfather put false orders of protection on you and all that type of stuff. They have their agents infiltrate your life and handle your life and steal your cars and your weapons and everything from you. Steal your livelihood. stole my bank account, schemed and scammed against me, sent me fake things like she was the Carla Diaz from Sony Records and that I was going to get a record deal or something like that. Put money in my account and things like that and frauded me. This is what they do. This is what the Scanapicos did. This is what the FBI did. And I'm saying the Scanapicos, no disrespect to any Scanapico out there. But the ones that were involved with this, come on. I'm speaking on that. If you're a Scanapico and you're in a real estate or something like that and you don't got anything to do with this, hey, let it go by. It's not for you. I'm talking to the ones who had mail sent to my fucking grandmother's house. I'm talking to Georgia Scanapico who asked me to put it on my grandmother when we was in the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru. Put that on your grandmother. Bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? I put nothing on my grandmother. I don't play with my kids' lives, my mother's life, my grandmother's life. I didn't even play with Alonzo Brown's life, even though I found out that he was one of your handlers. I thought that they was going to have this guy come from jail, murder Alonzo Brown or something like that and try to steal his identity. I didn't know what the hell they was having planned. They had this guy send me Facebook messages, and he clearly said that Stephanie Scanapico told me to send you this message. How you doing, nephew? He called me nephew. I never met this nigga a day in my life, and he calling me nephew. What for? Why y'all trying to get me in jail so I could go to jail and be around those type of people? So I could go to jail and they could find me hung dead in a fucking cell somewhere? Is that what y'all try to do to people? Because that's what it's looking like to me. That's what it's honestly looking like to me. I'm tired of being a slave. I'm tired of being investigated, handled. I'm tired of my family having to go through this shit. That's why I'm finding all this out. That's why I'm bringing it to the forefront. That's why I'm bringing it to your ass. Anytime I fit, anytime I see fit, anytime I see right for it, I bring it to your ass every time. And I'm going to continue to do that. You motherfuckers are pieces of shit. Transhumans. You can't be fully human to not feel any compassion for the shit. I know, understand that you... Listen, this has been going on so long since before I was born. So I understand if you don't feel a personal connection to it because this has been going on before. You probably been in the Bureau of Investigation yourself. You probably didn't have this job when this shit started. But there are people in those offices old enough to know exactly what's going on. There's people in those offices that did paperwork and who's been personally in contact with people who was handling my family. They know everything. Talk to the higher ups. Because the low ones down bottom, the ones answering the phones, they're very disrespectful. They're very disrespectful. Everything about this is disrespectful. I deserve answers because I have questions. Anytime you call a place and they treat you like you shit, bitch, I paid taxes. You know I pay taxes all my fucking life. So technically, the Federal Bureau of Investigation works for me, bitch. I shouldn't have to be delegated to call 911 and cops when I already said clearly and concisely on podcasts before that cops were involved with this. Law enforcement, people who are Philadelphia police were involved with all of this shit. If the FBI is involved with it, of course, Philadelphia police is involved with it. No one's stupid. My mother's like a damn near genius before y'all fuck with her life. And now y'all got her somewhere just working at a fucking job. And maybe that's a lie. I don't know. I don't know how much she know. Because she won't tell me everything that she know. For whatever reason. But I'm going to put it all on this podcast. I'm going to put it all on the line. Because you motherfuckers are not going to continue to deal with my kids. It's not going to happen. I'm not a woman. My mother's a woman. She had a child while y'all was dealing with doing all this shit. My grandmother had 6 children while she was dealing with all this shit. I'm a male with 2 children without a fucking job because of the shit that y'all have been doing to me. Without a career, because I didn't have a job. I had a career before this. I had my license before this. I didn't have a criminal record before you sent Georgia Scanapico to fuck with my life. To steal what from me? To take what from me? Because she took way more than what y'all wanted her to take from me. Right? That's the thing. To send people in like they family, like they this, that, they... No. I know what you do. I know what you do. You people steal the essence of who a person is, and y'all try to make soldiers and shit. I don't know. I'm not even going, that's mere hearsay, conjecture. I don't know what you do with DNA that you collect, with information that you collect, with the rhetoric that you spread. Where's that damn thing at? I got a coin right here. And I see exactly what the fuck it means now. And I'm going to explain it to my podcast, just in case they don't know, or just in case y'all don't know, because I know y'all be listening. They control the grammar. They control the astronomy, what you know about the astronomy. They control what you know about grammar. They control what you know about astronomy. They control what you know about geometry. They control what you know about arithmetic. Right? They control the music. They control the masses through this music thing. Music thing is big, right? Big business. You know, COINTELPRO shit going on right there. They control the logic of people, right? They control what's logic and reasoning, right? They control the rhetoric. This is all stuff that you get on social media. They feed you bullshit and lies all the time because they want to play God. This is what they do. They play God through secret organizations and everything like that. They spread their rhetoric and their rumors and their lies. I've witnessed that firsthand with a guy who was placed in my family to handle my family, Alonzo Marvin Brown. I found out that Alonzo Marvin Brown and Stephanie Scanapico is from the same place in Georgia, Kingsland, Georgia. Because I've been doing research. You know? Come on, man. Like, come on. The jig is the fuck up. When the jig is up, the jig is up. I didn't know it. I didn't know it was like this. You know, I watched a lot of podcasts and I heard a lot of information about this type of thing and about jarring happening and things like that. I never thought it was happening to me, though. And then once you realize that, it's like, I know they're supposed to do something. They're supposed to take you out of that situation somehow. They're supposed to fix that situation where they unjar you or stop the bullshit that they do in your life on a daily basis, on an everyday basis. But in my case, they won't. Is it because I have Native American blood in me or Cuban blood in me? Because this is what you do. You mix and match people. This is all for genetics and DNA and things of that nature. And control. You can't control someone's spirit or free will or desire for knowledge or to learn. I'm just furthering my knowledge on my situation, and I'm passing that on to everybody else. I'm passing that on to you. I'm letting you know that I know. And it's not right for you to continue to treat people as if they're less than, when you know they're more than. They're greater than what you make them out to be. I just want my life back in order. I want my life back in order. And I don't feel as if I can continue on with my life with the threats that I receive, with the things that my family's been through without getting answers from the people that put my family through all this stuff. I need answers. I need to know why you chased my grandmother around for so long, why my grandmother had so many different identities and things like this, and why she settled in with this handler motherfucker named Alonzo Brown, who ultimately put false cases on me and everything like that, who handled my mother's life, who ultimately handled my life. You fucked up generations. You have to pay for that. And right now what they do is they'll sit up there and ignore me, and they'll push me aside until the, what is it? You know, you got like a statute of limitation on suing the FBI or the government. So what they'll do is they'll try to keep putting it off to the point where you can't take any legal action against them. And then they'll continue to fuck with your life. That's what they'll do. They'll keep you right in place. They'll ostracize you. They'll exploit you. They'll make you look like you're crazy, right? They'll try to put you in legal trouble. They'll try to get you in trouble with your family, you know? They'll try to get you in legal trouble. Any institution that you go to, if your kids go to school, if you go to work, if you have a car, any way, shape, and form, they will attack you. And to the point where you break down and either go against your nature. They'll have either you hurt somebody or somebody hurt you once they feel like they could do it without anybody noticing, or once it looks natural, or once it looks like it just happened that way. Like, oh, yeah, this is what they do. This is what they do. They control the grid, man. They controlling the grid, and it's not right. It's not fucking right. You know what I mean? That's about all I got, man. That's about all I got. You know, to be honest with you, it should have said, you know, for me to be going through this for years now, past my grandmother's death and everything. And it seems like Alonzo Brown waited until my grandmother passed to really put the fucking screws to me. You know, I don't know if he's in the boule. I don't know if he's what he is. I know his father and his mother is Shriners. They had a big-ass picture in the living room of his father and his mother. He did this to a child that used to play with his mother as a baby. His mother. I used to eyeballs. No eyeballs. Eyeballs. No eyeballs. Me and his mom used to do that. Alonzo Brown's mother used to play around like that. No eyeballs. She said, no eyeballs. Then I say, no eyeball as a baby. How could you do this to a man who played with your fucking mother? How could you do this to a man who grandmother you married? How could you do this to a man that you raised as a grandfather? Whether you handle his life or not, whether you handle his grandmother's life or not, how could you do this to somebody who consider themselves family? And then put false paperwork in against me and things like that. Against a man that had a career, against a man that never did you wrong, against a man that, shit, I bought that nigga a fucking pickup truck one time. Back in the day when I broke my foot and I got a settlement, I bought that nigga a pickup truck, a yellow joint. He turned around and sold the bitch. But yet and still, I can't pursue my happiness. I can't pursue what's natural to me. I sung at the hospital before my grandmother passed away. You know, I sung for her back before any of my other, you know, treacherous ass family came up to the hospital, right? You know, I would sing to my grandmother and things like that. And she would love that so much, you know. And to be honest with you, it's like, I can't even begin to express the heartache and the sorrow that I go through, you know, that I've been through in my life. Because I've been fucked with a lot in my life in a lot of different ways. And now I see that it's because you just want to continue a stereotype about a certain type of race of people, or just make their lives live in hell to the point where they want to hurt themselves or hurt others. It's not right either way. You know, America could either make you a superhero or an evil fucking villain. That's what I'm noticing. And they do it through organizations like the FBI. Because either you could become a superhero and present all this information and be like, hey, you know what? He's right. God damn it. We got to take these people down. and then they tout you up to be a fucking hero. Or they could deem you be crazy with all the information and all the findings that you find, no matter how true it is, and they could deem you to be the villain. That's how bad. That's what's happening. That's what goes on. I'm deemed to be a villain. I'm sitting up here with all types of shit mounted up against me. And it's because of them. Not to mention the lifestyle that I'm supposedly living is a farce. It's fake. It's not right. It's not right at all. And they set you up. They set you up in so many ways because these people will come at you and they act like they're these type of people or those type of people. They ask you questions. They'll have people ask you questions and call you up and ask you things so they can mount up evidence or get all types of information about you. This is what they do. This is what they did to me. That's how I know. They had Georgia Scanapico come into my life, and I'm like, I even offer her the opportunity to make her an author. I was like, look, I understand you got your money. I don't give a fuck how you get your money. But we could start writing these books. I'm planning on doing some music and shit like that. Right? I told the Scanapicos about this. Georgia Scanapico all about this. She didn't help me, or she never wanted to help me because she had an agenda. She had something going on. And all I was doing was hanging around, absorbing information about that. I see what you're doing, but at the same time, I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm still working on my music, my books. I'm trying to go to work and things like that. That's it. I'm just tired of being a slave. I'm just doing what was natural to me. Once I realized that, because at one point I thought that she worked for SEPTA. I thought SEPTA was investigating me because I would bring my firearm to work and things like that. So I thought that she worked for SEPTA. I thought that, that maybe SEPTA was having me investigated because I was bringing a firearm to work only to protect my life. Because when you get off work, you know what I mean? You got to travel home. I'll admit that. You know what I mean? But they put these people in your life so they could start putting in paperwork and start compiling information, a dossier, if you will, of who you are. And they'll use all of that shit against you. They'll show whoever, I don't know who they report to, maybe the CIA or whatever. But once they compile that information and they done painting a picture of you being a certain type of person, then they'll turn that information in. And then they don't have to deal with you like you're a human. They deal with you like you're a fucking animal. I swear to God. That's how the FBI deal with you. Like you're a fucking animal. Like your social security number is basically your animal tag. And you just in this motherfucker roaming around until they decide to do something with you. I don't know, take you somewhere else or do this with you or do that with you. But this is what they do. Animal fucking planet. And it's not right. I'm tired of calling up the FBI and being treated like a third-class fucking citizen. I'm tired of calling up and them acting like they don't know who I am or why I'm calling or want to give me any help with the problems that they cause. They people cause these problems. And now I can't get help with that, with those problems that they cause. Now, if I go out here anywhere and I see any of the neighborhood people that I grew up around, I got a problem with those people because I put them all out here on this podcast. And that's your fault, FBI. That's your fault because I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. I'm not hiding my voice. I'm not hiding my face. If I go out here and I have to work and I have to see any of these people from in that community, Alonzo Brown, anybody that had to do with any of this, how am I supposed to react? They don't give you no answer for that. They don't give you a pamphlet for dealing with that type of stuff. They just want you to go back out here, live your life until you're either happy with what you got or you're fucking dead and gone. And then they're happy because they ain't got to deal with the bullshit of you calling them and and trying to figure out what's going on, truth seeking. It's sad, man. It's a sad, fucked up thing that we living in. It's a sad, fucked up place that we living in, man. It's even sadder for the ones that don't see it. I mean, no, I take that back. It's sadder for the ones that do notice what's going on. It's sadder for me. Because I wish that I could just live my fucking life and just go on about my business. I wish that I could. But every now and then you got somebody sending me a message. Or every now you got somebody popping back into your fucking life. Namely, Georgia Scanapico. She sit up there and do all this shit to my life and like something that's on TikTok. I turned her into the FBI on Valentine's Day. I did it to prove a point. I did it to prove a point. And now they won't help me because I wasn't reporting to the cops everything that's been going on. I've been said that cops were directly involved with all this. They had cops compile information against me. They had cops all around me. Neighbors and all of that type of stuff. I don't even want to go into it. I've been through it already. And I know everybody in the roles that they play. Siblings and all. That's right, I said it. Siblings and all. If you understand what I'm saying there. I'm not going to dive into deep about that. Because I know that they use people directly in your life to set you up and to fuck your life up in many ways. They tried to play me out like I'm a Scarface story or something like that. Like I'm the Native American Scarface or some shit like that. A Cuban Native American who got a shot of Irish in him or a lot of bit of Irish in him. This is what they try to do. This is what they try to do. They'll get a person's hair, a person's lineage here, and toy with it how they see fit. You don't have to tell me that I'm related to Castro to know that I'm related to Castro and people from Cuba. You don't have to tell me that I'm related to Rafael Pagan, a known singer from Cuba who went to Miami as a child and stayed in Miami as a child. You don't have to tell me what this is about because I know, I feel it. It's innately in me. I know what you're doing. Is it wrong? Fucking right is wrong. Do I have to deal with it? Fuck yeah. Am I going to succumb to the thoughts or anything or the rhetoric that's placed? No, I'm not. I'm just going to keep blowing my whistle. That's what this podcast is about. Blowing my whistle. For me. For the God that's in me. For the God that's in my children. For the God that's in my mother and my grandmother. Because that's what it's up against. That's ultimately all of this. You know what I mean? Come on. You got to let people be free. You can't keep trapping people like this. You can't keep trapping people like this. You can't keep enslaving people like this. If someone choose to work for your system, that's fine. But you don't get to fuck up their life. You don't get to inject shit in their life like... Okay, everybody. I really don't hope that you enjoyed this episode. I really just hope it was informative. Like I said, this podcast is about my personal life and society in general. And this is just what I've been discovering. I'm still going to be doing my music. I'm still going to be doing my books. I'm still going to be doing this podcast as long as I can. I'm just hoping to push past all this, to get past all this, to get rectified for all of this. My family should be rectified for all this. My family should be compensated for going through all this. And, I appreciate all the support out there from anybody listening. Just even listening is support because it's the truth. If it wasn't the truth, if it was a lie or something like that, it's a hell of a lie. But I can't make this stuff up. Personal accounts of personal things that people said to me and what I noticed and what I see and observe in my environment or what's going on. I refer to it as a dichotomy because it really is that. I just want to be around real, genuine people. You know what I mean? I don't want to be around any manipulators, anybody who's controlling my life and my children's life. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get free, basically. Not trying to get free. I'm getting free. One way or another, I'm getting free. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be behind nobody's bars. I'm doing what I got to do for my family. You know what I mean? They painted me in the corner with they won't even give me my fucking unemployment. They won't help me with unemployment. They won't help me with nothing that they supposed to help me with. That's because the city is one big conglomerate. You know what I mean? And like I said, all the facilities and the people in the facilities are working in accordance with one another. Just like the United States, except on a smaller scale. It's the government of Philadelphia that I'm dealing with here. The FBI and whatever secrets they have, and secret organizations and things like that. That's beyond me. That's it's not beyond me. Actually, it's below me. To be honest with you, everything that they doing is below me. It's not above my standards or my quality of living. What I deserve, what my grandmother deserved, what my mother deserves, what any of us deserves. But you got the ones that know, and you could tell that they know. And even if they don't know, their thoughts are, that you're wrong, or you're the scumbag and all of this. I'm just tired of being painted into a picture of someone I'm not by Alonzo Brown, by my cousins, by my uncles, by friends or neighbors or relatives that I had in the past. I don't look for family no more to really help out. I never did. You know what I mean? Throughout all of this, I had no help at all from them. That clearly show me what's going on and where they mind at and where they hearts at, where they souls is at. You know what I mean? Family is what I got, right here. Family is what I'm amongst. Family is, my children and the people that help out and that want to see me succeed in life. That's what family is. And at times, to be honest, I don't even feel it from that. Sometimes I feel alone. To be honest with you, a lot of times I feel alone, and it's because I'm sitting up here fighting a battle that everybody's a part of, but nobody could see. Everybody's a part of it, but nobody could see it, and that's the worst type of battle, because you're fighting for people that don't even know that you're fighting for them. And in some cases, in Alonzo Brown's case, he's a piece of shit. I was fighting a battle for him that he knew full and well what was going on. And, I was like, damn, like I remember walking into the room one time with him and my grandmother and letting them know, like, hey, I think these Scanapico people is trying to steal this house, and I think they're going to have this guy come from jail and try all this crazy stuff. Try to do some type of something bad. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I noticed that she had Alonzo and him as friends on the page. But now I see that really that was because those two are probably friends. The guy in prison and my grandfather, not my grandfather, Alonzo, was possibly friends. All of them probably knew each other and cohorted with each other in a lot of different ways. I don't know. But yeah, it's just sad, the things that I notice and what's going on. And I just need answers. I need answers. I need more than answers, though. I need to be rectified. I need to be paid. I need to be reimbursed for what's been going on in my family for so long and me finding out about it. If anybody out there got any information of how to properly turn in a Federal Tort Claim Act, I'm gonna be doing my due diligence, of course, on figuring out the proper office to send this claim act to, and who to get in contact with, because they need charges brought up against them. The justice system needs justice. I need justice against the justice system. Yeah. Well, thank you. Please support the books, support the music, support the podcast. If you're on Rumble, start following me and everything, because I want to start live streaming over there on Rumble. And everywhere else, just keep me in your prayers. Keep me uplifted, and I'm gonna keep trying to deliver content to you. Real fucking content, not bullshit. Real content. You know what I mean? Things about real things that's going on in real life. You know what I mean? All right. Peace. It's Mr. Pagan. I'm out.